Welcome back to Phonemic Awareness 101, and we are looking at alliteration. I want you to pace it out. They're all necessary, they're all critical steps in teaching phonemic awareness, but I do not want you to become overwhelmed, because if you are overwhelmed, then the child is also going to become overwhelmed. And then all of a sudden, everyone is going to think and feel frustrated. So we do not want to do that. We're looking at alliteration where two words have the same sound. Are you seeing why it's important for the child to know the beginning, middle, and end sounds? Yes, that's right. You're absolutely right. It is extremely important to know where every sound comes in a word. Let's look at those teaching methods. What can we do to enhance and develop alliteration skills? Listing existing alliterations, one of the easiest. So we can list and model and show them what alliterations really are. Bar, bar, black, sheep. We're hearing all B's. We can go on to another one, Peter Pan, Peter Parker. There is a reason why those characters, as well as places and names of books and poems and so on, use alliterations because they are so catchy. We can even create funny sentences that surround alliteration. Then we've got our tongue twisters, and those tongue twisters we can make up our own, or we can even do those tongue twisters that have been around for a while. We do not have to recreate the wheel to teach anything at all. Blending. It's the ability to hear the original sounds in, let's say, two letters. So it's where we see two letters, but the two letters maintain their original sounds. And that's what blending is about, and that ability to put those sounds so close together that it's as if we're just only hearing one sound. We can use string beads, and with the string beads, we are taking the beads from the strings and we are putting them closer. We're starting with b, a, and we are really stretching those sounds in there. Talking about stretching, there's a video on YouTube that I'd love for you to watch and show the child. Stretchy the word snake. Stretchy's always stretching his sounds to be able to read the book. So I would just show them stretchy, stretchy. In teaching blending, we can also use toys. Put those letters on the ground or even on a table and roll. Drag that car, roll that car. Play with your puppets as well in order to, one, they might want to teach the puppet, and two, the puppet is going to give them additional support. We can also think about starting with continuous sounds. Now, the word b is not a continuous sound, but the word s is a continuous sound. Now, when we start teaching students the continuous sounds, it is actually easier for them to blend because it is continuous. Let's go with an elastic. They can also try an elastic rubber band, anything like that, because you're looking at blending, bringing those sounds closer together so that we can read those sounds. If you have elastic or even rubber band, those are great external resources to teach the blending. Let's look now at segmenting. And the segmenting is the ability to pull apart sounds. And this skill is what we need for teaching spelling. First, I heard. This is a game that you can play with them. First, I heard. What did you hear? Sink. That's what I heard. Sink. They should know that that begins with the letter C. Head, waist, and knees. This is an exciting game that you can also adopt to teach with your child. Head, shoulders, waist. Instead of doing hand chops or anything like that, the teacher or you, the adult, would give your child a word or sounds, and they would be able to put their hand on their head, their waist, and on their knees with every single sound until they get the word. We can also use phonic string beads. Remember what those phonic string beads are? Take a look. And with those string beads, you're separating. So you're not putting them, you're not blending as we were doing before, but we are taking it apart because that's what we do in order to spell words. These are foundational skills that were probably left out. Take your time, go through, because we are working towards mastery. For our final element in teaching phonemic awareness, we now look at manipulation. I have students who manipulate words, who manipulate the sounds in words, and what that looks like is creating, sometimes it's a matter of creating nonsense words. So if the word is Sam, the student might put M to the front, so we get as. And sometimes they may even they can change around the letters or the sounds anywhere they want in the word, but allow them to try. They may even ask you, and you can have a big challenge like that. Take the opportunity as well to take the challenge to even challenge them back. So they're giving you sounds to read and letters to read, words to read, and you can also do the same. So we are looking at manipulation. Totally interesting and great stuff. We can delete sounds, we can add sounds, and we can substitute sounds when we are teaching manipulation. It's just moving around the letters in the word, even if it means making up nonsense words. Now, a lot of you have been asking, is my child reading or is my child memorizing? There is a nonsense word test that I will attach for you so that you can do so with your child. For ease of reference, if you're working and you want to know if that child is understanding the different concepts, here's something that you can do to create your own pseudo, alien, or nonsense words. They all mean the same. What you can do is take the words that are already existent. Let's say the word is dog. D-O-G, dog. Change that to S-O-G. Change it to R-O-G. Change it to V-O-G. So that you will be able to see if the child is actually getting the concept